Hey everybody, happy Monday. How's my hair looking? We doing good? We doing good? David R. Broden, Irish Rover. So we got some news that we need to talk about, and we're gonna go live because the cops are here. Cops are here. I think they're waiting to arrest me. So let me tell you what's gone down here today. So just in case I get arrested, we're live. Everybody, Reagan's gonna get arrested. Hurry up. Get online. Get online. Hurry up. Everybody watch this. Screen record this. Reagan's gonna get arrested. Hey, Renee. Okay, so let's get this on the record in case I do get arrested and they snag my phone or whatever. So I'm downstairs in the parking garage at the ENGLEWOOD Municipal Center. And I came here to conduct some business earlier, go to the courts, watch a public court proceeding. I used the public restroom in the library. I didn't have any issues. Had a great conversation with security staff. And while I was having this conversation with security staff in the library, the phone kept ringing. And I could hear the library staff on the other end informing the security what they were to do and say and not do with me and blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever. So I leave, everything's great. Go upstairs, conduct my public business, do some public records requests, things like that. In the interim, I was doing some outreach because there's some homeless folks outside here, and I was having a conversation with one of them that required me to go back inside and have another conversation with some other people who are decision makers here in this building. And we conducted our business, and I was on my way out. And I come down the stairs, and there's a woman out here with two ENGLEWOOD cops. So I got to come out the door because I'm parked down here. So anyway, this little bimbo, who's on video, comes up to me and says, this is for you, and you need to take this. And she's giggling with the cops, and they're smiling back and forth and on and on and on and on. Well, I don't accept service of anything, but it did get put on the ground. There it is. And so she goes bubbling, a hopping, a skipping, and a joyfully back into the building. And then the cops are standing out here with me, and I'm like, hey, fellas, what's going on? And they're like, we don't really know. We were just called over here. And I said, and what is the goal? And they said, to keep the peace, of course, right? So we got the peacekeepers on site. And so they were going back in the building. So because they're on duty, I was following them into the building. And he goes, oh, no, you better not come in here. You better read that. After he told me he didn't know what it was. I said, oh, so you do know what that is? He's like, it's some kind of exclusion or something. So I don't think you can be in here. Isn't that interesting? Now, isn't that interesting? So I need to go to city council meeting tonight, and I need to do some records requests. So what's going to happen? Are you guys going to arrest me or what? Like, it's so, like, oh my God, these auditors think they, like, can do anything they want when it comes to transparency in government. So what do you say? We pick this up or leave it on the ground? What are we doing with this? And I told the cops, I said, well, you might want to let her know that she's littering. And they're like, oh no, we're not going to do that. We're just here to keep the peace. And that was Mark Douglas and his buddy. that quickly wanted to go inside and hide behind that door over there. Right there, right inside that door. But Irish Rover, I am most curious, what if that is for me? And what if what they're giving me has legal standing? Do you suppose it has any legal standing? Renee, you want me to go in? You want me to leave it and go in? Use it for toilet paper. I mean, I don't know what it is. Leave it on the ground and go about my business. You think so? What do you think, all? You want me to leave it and go about my business? Maybe go to jail? What are you thinking? I never accepted service for it. She doesn't know who I am. She never confirmed my identity. So there's a lot of variables. Hey, do you guys know you don't have to sign that sheet to use the bathroom in there?
Oh, okay.
Don't ever sign that.
All right, thank you.
You guys don't want me to go to jail? Yeah, I don't know what it is. What is the paper? If you're just joining us, I just told the story. So some little bimbo saw me coming down the stairs in the Englewood Municipal Building, and she had some cops out here from the Englewood PD that were just hanging out with her, and they were shooting the shit, and I came down those stairs, and they all turned around and saw me coming, and they all started giggling and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And this girl walks up to me and she goes, this is for you, and you better take it. And I said, no, I don't accept service. And she put it on the ground and walked off. So that's what's going on there. Nobody's identified me. Nobody knows if I am an illegally present person in the United States of America or not. Probably because I've committed no crime. So, at any rate, what do you think we should do? Should I go call my attorney? Hey, if you're going to use the bathroom in there, you know you don't have to sign in, right? Okay. You don't even have to do that. This is America. Honestly, you don't even have to do that. Don't ever identify. And it's nobody's business. Give you some phone numbers. Okay, mods, I'm not suggesting you give any phone numbers or anything like that. And I would never suggest that you call the city manager's office or the police department and tell them to identify their purpose for allowing some random individual to litter out here. Well, the cops never said that you were trespassing. However, he kind of suggested that I read it. He said it was like some type of exclusion or something like that. Yeah, have him take it in and give it back to him. Yeah, DJ, I'm down with that plan. If anybody wants to maybe find the girl with the long brown hair who claimed she was, she didn't even claim who she was. I don't even know who the hell she was. Johnny D, do we have a Canadian in the chat that loves freedom? Get out of town. Do we have other folks from other socialist countries who understand that they want freedom in the chat? Get out of town. Brandon, what's up? Boy, lots of people coming all of a sudden. Well, we can consider this official protest and redress of government. It's definitely a possibility that the Englewood PD could show up and arrest me for peacefully exercising my right to assemble and redress after some of their cops came here with some unidentified person who said that this is for you, and I said, no, I don't accept service. And she dropped it on the floor, on the sidewalk here, and went inside. I have no clue what it is, who it's for. Nobody's identified me.
Actually, I got a purple ice cream. I'm trying to go to the Asian market to get some of that ice cream.
Yeah, ANCAP, that's great. Perhaps the library staff has dropped some literature outside on the sidewalk and needs to retrieve it. I'm not sure. So yeah, we're just kind of hanging out here, doing a redress and protest of government and their unethical actions of, not only unethical, they're just straight up unconstitutional to try to criminalize somebody for accessing the public library or the public restroom based on the need to identify. Their need to identify you. So here we are again. This is a different day than last week, the last live stream we did. And we'll just do some protest and redress here for a while. Jima, I'm from the communist country of the Chicago South suburbs. Well, I'll have you know that we're competing right here in the Denver metro area with you commies. Go inside and start praying on my knees. I could do that. Yeah, I could do that anywhere. But we're engaged in official protest and redress of government for them sending the police over here to do something for somebody. Nobody's really clear what it was. Thank you, Johnny D. Appreciate that. No, nobody kicked me out, Brandon. Nope, nobody kicked me out. Came back out on my own free will, had a great time today, conducting my business, cordial conversation. It was all wonderful. It was all good stuff. Super good stuff. But then the cops pretty much forbid me from coming in here. I mean, I didn't try to go in there. He told me, I don't think you can come in here. So I don't quite know what that means. Am I being given orders under threat of arrest? I don't know what's going on there. I said, I think you better read that. He first told me he didn't know what it was. He had no idea. And then he thought it was some kind of exclusion notice, to which I have no idea what that would pertain to. Yeah, Irish, soon the National Guard will be here patrolling this garage. But let's make a journey over here for a minute. I'm gonna get in my car. I was actually also here doing some other types of journalism. I'm making an infomercial, if you will, a public service announcement commercial. And we might as well just talk about it right here, right now. Oh, here we have somebody from Allied coming through. Okay, he's going to park. So let's go over here and finish our public service announcement for today. And it's going to go something like this. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Englewood, Colorado, the friendliest, least tyrannical place in the entire metro area, where you and your friends can seek refuge in this covered, taxpayer-supported parking garage, where you too can have unlimited 24-hour storage of your vehicles. Whether you're seeking shelter from the elements or shelter from tyrannical government, aka the Englewood Police Department, just for simply trying to survive, you too can park here, free of charge and harassment. Welcome to Englewood. So yeah, there's that. So let's head on over to the car. I'm gonna make a couple of calls. There's your public transportation system at work, friends. RTD, reason to drive. I'm also an official spokeswoman for the Regional Transportation District in the Denver metro area. Welcome to my show. How's it going? Doing all right. You having a good day? Good. Glad to hear that. Okay. Hold on now. Regan doesn't want to end the live stream. All right. Hang tight. I got to get some water for starters. Let me take a drink of water. Give me just one moment. I'm just gonna have a word with him. I'll be right back, I promise. Okay, I am back. So, what did I do with my bottle of water? There it is. Hang tight. Damn it. Oh, you know what? I already drank that one. All right, I am officially out of water. So, at any rate, here we are, sitting in the car in the taxpayer-supported parking garage of the Englewood, Colorado Municipal Center, where here you are required to sign in to use the restroom. And whereas this library, this public library in this public building, seems to think that they run everybody's show and they work for safety, right? For the safety feelings police. And it feels very safe here in this taxpayer-supported building to make people sign in to use the restroom. It's for safety. We all know that. 100% safety all the time. Oh yes, I'll lock my doors, Irish, in case the piggies come. They are locked. And the keys are not in the ignition. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the cops were doing. I mean, they pretty much told me I couldn't come into the building. I didn't barge my way into the building. They didn't tell me I was trespassed. They didn't tell me I was committing a crime. None of that. They just were here, they said, to keep the peace. And I said, he mentioned the words city staff. I said, well, any particular name of the city staff? No, we just get these calls and we're told to come here. I said, oh, are you? Oh, okay. So what exactly was the goal to coming here? Keeping the peace. Well, I mean, I was peaceful, so I guess I helped them meet that goal. Oh, they had their body cams on for once. Both responding officers had their body cams running. Now, they'll come here if city staff calls. And part of my infomercial from earlier, I was talking about this being the safest public parking space in Englewood, because this is where the Englewood Police Department does not respond to calls. They do not come over here and enforce parking in handicap zones for people that don't have handicap stickers. They don't do any of that stuff. What else doesn't Englewood do over here? Oh, they don't have anything to do with the contract that has anything to do with Allied Security. So there's that. So Allied Security can commit crimes and they won't respond because apparently that's an agreement they have with the city. They can commit crimes against the people. They can commit civil rights violations against the people, and the police will not respond. But apparently, and I haven't confirmed, if city staff calls and says whatever they want to say to dispatch to the non-emergency line, I'm assuming, of the Englewood Police Department, I would have hoped they didn't call 911, but they certainly called 911 in the past, when city staff told them to activate the emergency, the panic button. Yeah, the panic button. So I'd be curious to know if the panic button got activated today by city staff. So at any rate, here I am, as I have been, pretty much on a mostly daily basis, coming to watch public court hearings in the public courtroom, in the public municipal building where open court is held. So I watched a court hearing at 1 o'clock and conducted some other business and records requests and whatnot. Yeah, Irish River, I have their names. Well, it was Mark Douglas who made all the contact with me. The other cop, who I think I know who it was, he made zero contact with me. In fact, he jetted. He wanted as far away from me as possible and went into, behind closed doors, behind authorized personnel doors only. And of course, I didn't follow them in because I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, for all I know, once again, like happened to me before, police get violent and throw me through the glass, throw me down on the ground, shoot me in between the eyes, stuff like that, right? I mean, so for my safety, I didn't go back in the building. So definitely Mark Douglas was one of the police officers of the two that were here, according to Douglas, just to keep the peace, right? They don't have anything to do with police using the park for things citizens would get booted for. The Benson button. What button is that, my dear friend? Brian, does my husband support my activism? Do you think he would be married to me for 32 years if we weren't whole? Just answer yourself that question. And does he know where I am and what I'm doing right now? Probably not. Probably not. Might he find out with a phone call that his wife was taken to jail by men that wanted to touch her for no other reason than to violate her rights? Yeah, he could find that out. And will it really piss him off? Probably. But I don't know. You know, we're pretty whole. He might say, well, Reagan, you did mention in one of those live streams that you would like to get that little charm bracelet that the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Department gives you in their jail. Look, I'm telling you, the Arapahoe County Jail does things way different. And they make a little charm bracelet for you with your booking photo on it. And I'm not saying I want to go sit in jail with people who have just committed murder, because that's what jails are for. But, you know, if I'm going to keep getting thrown in jail for exercising my rights and cops making shit up and lying, I might as well have a nice collection of booking photos and charm bracelets. I don't know. Am I wrong? Probably not. Is the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office going to be pleased to see me? Probably not. Because I'm going to start exercising all kinds of rights in that jail. Because I have rights when I'm taken into a cage and nobody knows what's going on with me. I have rights. And I exercise those in jails, which ultimately lead to another whole plethora of complaints, civil rights violations, all kinds of things. So jailers are rarely happy to see me. And do they have rogue jailers that go, throw her in an isolation cell? Of course they do. And can they let me sit in an isolation cell for hours on end? Of course they can. Is that something my little heart so desires to do? Absolutely not. But I will come out of there with a charm bracelet. I'm just saying. So. So give me just a minute here. I need to do some business here. In just a minute, I'm gonna make a phone call. But until then, I'm gonna stay live. Let's talk about some more stuff. Let's talk about what they're doing to Judge Jefferson and why the Englewood PD might be in a little conspiracy activity with the city to keep me out of this building, if that's what's going on, for me to come view the public court proceedings. Oh, it's because Regan's been pretty vocal about the police loading up Judge Jefferson's docket. And Regan having some video with one of the police officers, Dirk Smith, hauling a homeless guy out of the courtroom area, not the courtroom, right before the courtroom doors. I walk up here and I see them making an arrest, and I, of course, film it. It's my right to do so. And on the way out, Dirk Smith says, well, this is the judge's fault. I wonder what that means. And I did watch a 1 o'clock hearing today of a homeless individual, self-proclaimed homeless individual, who sat in jail since yesterday because he had a warrant for 2 failures to appear for a charge back in June of consumption of alcohol in public, a municipal violation. So we watched that court hearing, and it's a mandatory PR bond. Sorry, just trying to have a little communication here. Give me just a minute. I'm back. So, attorney-client privilege. Oh yeah, DJ, I inquired about it. Nobody will respond. So they had every opportunity to prove me wrong. They don't want to. So that's fine. But what's going on is unauthorized use of a public parking garage. Per city standards for some people, but not others. Oh, I'm never about stealing other people's property, DJ. Let's just be clear about that. If it doesn't belong to you, it's not yours, unless you're the government. Then you do whatever you want. You can steal then. But I'm a civilized, freedom-loving individual, so I don't steal property. One more second here. Okay, we're back. Uno momento. All right, we're back. So, for those of you that have hung out here for this amount of time, as you know, somebody told me this piece of paper is for you. And I said, no, I don't accept service. The cops were with this person, no clue who she was. And cops didn't want me coming in the building. And so I didn't go in because I didn't know if they were going to kill me or what. They really didn't tell me I couldn't come in. They just told me you better go read that. Even though they claimed they didn't know what the piece of paper was, they said they were just here to keep the peace. And so as far as I know, the piece of paper remains on the sidewalk to the entrance of the public library. Let's go get the piece of paper. The piece of paper is gone. Where did the piece of paper go? Did it go in the trash? Where did the piece of paper go? Damn it! Now we don't know what the piece of paper said. Let's ask security if they know. Would you happen to know where the piece of paper went that was laying here? Did somebody bring it into you?
No, ma'am, they did not.
Nobody brought it into you?
No.
Did somebody tell you that, per my face, that I wasn't allowed in this building?
No, not to my knowledge.
Not to your knowledge? Well, shoot. Well, there's a piece of paper that somebody tried to hand to me, and this individual was with the cops,
Okay.
but then the cops split. Would you be able to make some calls, maybe to your supervisor, and find out if they can determine by looking at the cameras what happened to the piece of paper that was laying here on the sidewalk? Would you be able to do that for me?
I can try.
Okay, that's all I ask. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. It's Regan.
Regan?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So, everybody, the piece of paper is gone. Where do you suppose it went? Now the mystery really thickens. Where did the piece of paper go? Now, there have been a few people walking by here. I wonder if somebody picked up the piece of paper and took it with them. Could anybody make a call for me, since I am asking for help this time, because it's unclear whether or not I'm going to be beaten to a pulp if I go in this building. City manager, what happened to the piece of paper down here? Do you think that little Miss Sassafras came and picked it up? Chris Rizzo, get the surveillance video like a journalist should do to investigate a story for your viewers. I fully agree with you on that, except I have to go in there to make that records request. And I don't know if I'm going to be beat to a pulp by the police, hiding behind the door in there, or what's going to go on. And I need to come to the city council meeting tonight, study session. And I don't know if there'll be any city staff here to take my records request. Let's see if security can retrieve the piece of paper for me. Irish, nah, I don't think there was any wind. I don't think there was any wind. My attorney, of course, would very much like to read the piece of paper. And unfortunately, my attorney isn't very close to be able to come read the piece of paper that is now gone. It laid right there. I wonder if somebody saw the live stream and said, "Oh no, we're not doing that shit." What do you think? You think somebody did? Where is the piece of paper? Well, according to the cops, it might have been city staff. I don't know. That's what they said. She never identified herself. Hey, you know, when you go in the library and they want you to sign in to use the bathroom, don't be doing that. You don't need to sign your name to use the public restroom. You know that, right? Yeah, well, now you do. Why do you have to identify to use a public restroom?
You don't have to. Is that what you told them?
Abso-friggin-lutely.
That's cool.
No, they don't want me in there, I think. I think they're upset because I'm informing people. That's not okay. You wouldn't do it with the cops if the cops walked up to you and said, "What's your name?" You know better.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Aurora, try to find out for me. I mean, what's up? Who came and got the piece of paper? Somebody in this city knows. They got cameras all over the damn place. All over the place. Look at this. Look at this thing. It captures everything. Everything. Who took the piece of paper? What happened to the piece of paper? We need the piece of paper. We think it was city staff, but we don't know. We have no idea. I mean, the cops come running. Cops come running. City staff hits the panic alarm. We need your help. We need your help. We need your help. You know, you don't have to sign in to use the restroom in the public library.
I know.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. They ask if you need to use the restroom, they make you sign in.
I think it's for these restrooms in the library.
I know. It's just not cool at all. for people to have to
Well-
identify.
Be these shitheads, you know, who come in there and use drugs.
Oh, I know, there's some
Yeah.
shit hats. No,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, but you know what? Walking up there and having to identify doesn't stop shit hats from being shit hats.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you know? So,
Yeah. So,
yeah, I advocate for people to be secure in their persons and property, their
Yeah.
personal effects and property.
yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you have a nice day.
You as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Excuse my language toward that.
What's that?
Excuse my language for using the S word.
You know, that's protected speech as well.
It is. It is.
Yep, and I can say that anywhere I want to, including the library.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep,
There you go.
and there ain't nothing they can do about it. He likes that I said the word shit. That's what he was telling me. His preferred word is shitbag. I like that. I'm down with that. I just don't know where the cops are hiding. And they're going to come out and beat the hell out of me. Is what's going to happen. So our little security guy, he's still trying to look into that for me, so I really appreciate that. So maybe they'll come out here with another one. I'll gladly accept service this time. Have they threatened me with arrest or asked me to leave? Absolutely not. Oh, here they come with another one. Here we go. It's coming. Here we go. Here she comes. So who are you?
Here you go.
So she's Carrie with the Englewood Public Library. Uh-huh. Hey, girlfriends. Nail day coming soon. Hey, thank you. Here you go. Here you go. Let's take a look at the paper. Oh, how do they know that's me? How would they even know that? You are excluded from the ejected from the Englewood Public Library, south half of second floor lobby, from stairs to entrance to Englewood Civic Center. This is a hand delivery. Carrie Watson, library supervisor. Exclusion. Starting 4 calendar days from the issued date and time above, you are prohibited from entering the above city location for 90 days. A Tier 1 violation, plus multiple exclusions from any city property in the last 3 years. So I jumped tiers here, y'all. What's the reason for this? What's the reason? They just gave me an exclusion note. They told me I'm evicted from the library. Yeah, isn't that interesting? I think they just violated my civil rights. You remember that when they're violating yours, okay? Let's see, what's the reason? They have this checked in the Tier 2 violations. Commission of a crime. Here you go, y'all. 18.9.111.1C. That's Colorado Revised Statute. So I've committed a crime. I haven't been charged with a crime. But I'm on a Tier 2 in the behavior standards. Okay, now let's read the summary. After speaking harshly to an allied security guard to complain about a library procedure inside the library, Benson ignored the guard's direction to speak to library staff. After several minutes, including the guard consulting with another guard and eventually his supervisor appeared, the guard left the library and Benson followed him up the stairs to the second floor of the Civic Center. Benson eventually followed the guard outside while he was taking a break. The guard stated, "I feel unsafe with you." CRS 18.9.111C prohibits following a person in or about a public place with intent to harass, annoy, or alarm another person. Now, isn't this interesting? The library staff are now sworn peace officers charging me with a crime. Oh my goodness. Is this really happening in America, you guys? Holy shit! These idiots! These idiots! Holy shit, this is great. So perhaps let's see. Now, the police were here, so they didn't cite me with a crime. They didn't say I'd even committed a crime. They didn't even hint that I was being investigated for a crime. There certainly wasn't a warrant for me because they didn't arrest me right there on the spot. And that all took place less than an hour ago. But according to the library staff, you guys, you know what? Seriously, praise Jesus today. I'm not even kidding. My hand is lifted up right now. Lift yours up in praise, please. Because if they're doing this shit to me, you know exactly what they're doing to the homeless. Exactly. Again, I am excluded from the... I am on an eviction notice by Carrie Watson, the library supervisor, who's charged me with a crime, hasn't identified me, has no clue. I'm exclusion, for 90 days for the reason of speaking harshly to a security guard and filming him while he's on duty in a publicly taxpayer-supported building. I do have a right to an appeal. Who do I appeal to? The city clerk. The city clerk. Within 4 days from the date the notice is issued, a notice of appeal may be filed electronically at cityclerk@englewoodco.gov. This deadline may be extended by the city manager for good cause if requested before the deadline. An exclusion is stayed during an appeal. Okay, and then it goes on and on. Requirements for a valid appeal, and then request for a continuance, and then an appeal hearing, and then actions after the hearing, and then modification of exclusion. Oh, this shit is rich. Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh boy. I gotta pee. What's going on, Gary? Guess what? I just got kicked out of here for 90 days. The librarians charged me with a crime. You're gonna love this. They just said that I committed harassment. They charged me with harassment. The librarians. Look at here. Read this right here. This is my description of rule violations. Read that. You're gonna love that, Gary. You're gonna love it.
Wow.
What do you think of that?
Donation to the library.
And now you're making a donation to this tyrant hell?
You know, Devon is a bad guy. He's on the library board.
And you're making a donation?
Oh, it'll be well over 1,000 books.
Oh, Gary, I love you.
This is the second ship. The first was 19. I got all these now.
Aren't you a gem? You are such a gem. Oh, I'll see you maybe later.
Can I get a hand here real quick?
You want me to help you?
Just so this doesn't roll off.
Yeah, what do you want me to do?
Just brace it so it doesn't come off too fast, both of us.
Oh, Gary, make sure I'm not going to hurt myself. All right, here we go.
Just like that.
We got
Just
this.
like that. You got that right. Got it. That's all I need. Thank you.
All right, we did it.
Thank you.
Gary's donating thousands of books to the public library.
Davon Williams
Is donating. Okay. All right. This is a funny day, Gary. It's a funny day. I've been charged with a crime by the library, and she even signed her name to it. Carrie Watson, library supervisor. And she called the cops to bring this piece of paper to me. All because of the public bathroom. Oh, good times. Indeed, Gary. Gary's our buddy. We see at City Council from time to time. He's a good soul. He's also being drugged through the courts as well for speeding. And he's over here, bless his soul, donating books to the fucking library. You guys, you can't make this shit up. Oh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so anyway. Yeah. All right. Let's see. So where am I excluded from? From this, okay, Englewood Library, the south half of the second floor lobby, from stairs to entrance to Englewood Civic Center. Well, this makes no sense. There's two entrances here. Okay, let's go upstairs because I got to get some definition from security on where I can be. Because if I use the south entrance, south half of the second floor lobby, from stairs to entrance to Englewood Civic Center. Who wrote this shit? A librarian wrote this shit. Okay, I'm going to show you the south side of the building. Okay, here we go. Hang tight. Oops. So, my attorney said, do not get arrested. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to, but I'm also not going to sit back and I'm just saying. Oh my goodness. This place, I told them, I gave them fair warning. I gave them fair warning. Nobody wants to listen to me. That's okay. You don't have to. Like I told city council, you can fix it or not. Okay, we are on the south side of the Civic Center. And there's an entrance to the Civic Center directly to the courts right here. Help me. I gotta pee. Okay, hang tight. Hang tight. But I am going to have to call it quits here pretty soon after I pee because I got to go get some water. Excuse me. Help me. Can I get some help over here, please? Hello? Hello? Can you help me? Please? Help me. I need help. Where's the call button? Huh. What do I do if I need help? Excuse me. I need help from a security supervisor. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to come in here or not. I don't know who approves people coming in and out of this building, but I've got some questions about this piece of paper. We are on the south half of the second floor lobby right now, from stairs to entrance to ENGLEWOOD Civic Center. There's the stairs. I don't know if I'm just excluded from the stairs. DJ, I mean, I don't know. If he can't read it, then he's going to have to go get some interpretation from city staff. You know? Because right through those double doors down the hall there tonight is the city council meeting. And this is a public entrance to a public building that holds public meetings and public court. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I don't know how long it's going to move the roster. So
Would I have your approval to use the restroom?
what, if it says you can't come in, then you can't come in.
If it says I can't come in, I can't come in?
Is that what that says?
Well, I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know what it says, but I really need to use the public restroom.
Okay. But there again,
But you don't know how long he's going to be?
no, because he's dealing with the rest of it.
He's dealing with what? Can you make any sense of that?
Yes, he can't come in.
That's your interpretation of that?
Immediately leave the city location.
So if I come in from down there, if I go around and come in from down there, I can come in.
I think this is the whole building.
Come on now, read it. Right here. Right here. Can you make sense of that?
I mean, you can't come in, yeah, you can come in there, but you can't come up here.
That's not what that says.
How I would construe this.
It says the south side.
Yeah, this is the south.
Exactly.
So
So
you-
if I come in from the north side down there,
Yeah, but.
then I can access the second floor.
I mean, that's your interpretation, but
So are you telling me I can't come in?
that's what it says, so, yes.
Okay. Sure. So Allied just told me I can't come in the building. He construes this as I can't come in the building. So I am going to have to go somewhere and find a restroom. So I was told to not get arrested. So that's today's goal. And I will be back for the city council meeting. So you won't get a lot of notification for that because it'll be the second live of the day. So we'll see how it goes when I attend a public meeting of a publicly elected body in a publicly accessible building. So I'm not waiting. Any longer. And I appreciate you all being in here. It is in effect. It's not in effect. It's in effect for 4 days. Did I read it wrong? Let's read it again, Jamie. Thank you. Let's read it again. Oh, we missed this exception in here. You may conduct official city business at the city location above by first contacting the Englewood Police Department at 303-761-7410 to arrange for a police escort or as ordered by the Englewood Municipal Judge. Oh, we missed this part. We missed this part. Exception. So the police department is in on this. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, where's the 4-day thing? I'm hearing you, Jamie, because I did read that. We read something. They didn't give me the ejection check mark where I must immediately leave the city location and not return for 24 hours. They only gave me the exclusion checkbox and then checked below threats, including, hi, so do you have time to evaluate whether or not I can use the public restroom?
Now, I'm not exactly sure what's going on, so tell me.
You don't know what's going on?
No, I haven't read any paperwork.
Okay, here's the paperwork. This is a supervisor from Allied. It's a notice of ejection and exclusion.
Okay.
It was given to me, I mean, not confirmed by knowing me, but it was given to me by Carrie Watson, the library supervisor.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And she checked the boxes, exclusion for 90 days
Mm-hmm.
because threats and commission of a crime.
Okay.
So she's charged me with a crime, the librarian has,
Okay.
and has checked the box threats,
Threats, including
intimidation,
threatening
and
display of-
harassment, including sexual, written, verbal, or physical, or prolonged staring, or following another with intent to harass, or stalking of others. And
So
then
who issued this?
I just told you,
Okay.
Carrie Watson, the
No, I mean, which-
library
which-
supervisor.
So it's Englewood Court or Englewood?
No, this was issued
Okay.
to me strictly by her. She
Okay,
gave this
I
to
have
me.
absolutely no idea.
How these work?
Nope. I just security. I don't run the.
Well, what I need to know is
Exclusion.
if you guys have been told I'm not allowed to come in here, because look,
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to go and because I don't know. To be
but
perfectly
look at
honest,
where I'm excluded from.
a public library, south half of the second floor lobby. South half. So that's this half. of the
Right,
second
we got
floor,
that
from
down.
Stairs to entrance to Englewood Civic Centre.
Say what?
From the stairs to entrance to the Civic Centre. Yeah, I understand.
None of this
that.
makes any sense.
No, it doesn't. Englewood Public Library, well, that's obvious. South half of the second floor lobby. South half of the second, well, that's kind of south over there, so that makes it this lobby here. From the stairs to the entrance to the. Okay, so from what I think, what that's trying to say is from this door here to the stairway.
I can't come in. Really? So if I
So-
come in on the other side,
That looks like that's not.
that looks
that's
like this
definitely
was
not-
written by an idiot. That's what this looks like. But it was written by a librarian.
Okay, I'm going to have to find out more. I don't understand any other stuff you've been excluded for or why.
Yeah.
But this one here, I'm going to have to go and. May I take a photograph of just that little bit there?
Yeah, I don't
'Cause
mind.
I don't want to get those words wrong, and I don't
Yeah,
want to
this
give
is
you
a
the wrong
public,
info.
this is a publicly accessible document for what they've done, but I really got to use the
I only want
restroom.
the bit that gives you the door that you're supposed not to come in, and then I'll go and find out. And I can.
Yeah, I'd
let you
appreciate that.
know. I really don't know.
I think the facility manager guy, what's his name? Victor, Rachel, something
Victor.
like that.
Victor is his first. There we go.
I think
I'm going
Victor,
to go and find out what that exactly means.
Victor could go confirm that with Sean Lewis, the city manager, because I need to come to the city council meeting this evening.
And you need to get to the bathroom. So what I'm gathering from that one is you can come in the front door.
But the front door is downstairs and I come back up to the second floor, but then I have to come to the south half of this lobby to access the public restroom.
Well, it's to the stairs and this, yeah.
Yeah, it was written
That's-
by somebody like humping a football here.
Sounds like Dave's dog. Okay, I'm going to go find out, and I'll
But I have to go.
Okay, no
Because
worries.
I need to use the restroom, and your staff already told me I couldn't come in.
I don't know anything about it. I seriously
I know
don't.
you
I
don't,
know
but
that.
your staff told me I couldn't
But
come
I need
in.
to find out what that physically excludes.
But
because
there's also an exception here.
you may conduct the official city business in the city location above by first candidate. Okay, so that looks like you've got to talk to the police department.
To get an escort. As
or
ordered.
as ordered by the municipal judge. So you're going to have to talk to the judge about that.
So
bit the police escort.
or as ordered by the judge.
Okay.
So the cops apparently provide escorts for this. So I'm going to set that up for the
Well, we
city
don't-
council meeting
As
this
far as I know, we
evening.
don't have a policeman on duty tonight because I'm covering it with security guard. Often they cover it with a police officer, so you could do it there and then at the time. But
Oh,
tonight-
but not tonight. There's no
tonight
police officer on
I've
duty.
been asked to provide a security official, so I have that on duty tonight.
Okay, understood.
So I don't know whether there's going to be a police officer on board or not. I'm going to
But I'll
find
go
an
ahead and
answer
call.
before tonight for you.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and call and try to
Yeah.
set that up anyway.
Well, if you get the answer first, great. If I get the answer, I'll get
Will you
hold
be
of
here this evening for the city council
I'll be
meeting?
here till about 7:30, then I'm done.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate your
And
help
I'll go
today.
and find out which one it is.
Okay.
Because that doesn't quite
Thank you so much.
That description doesn't quite cut it for me. I need a bit more
Yeah.
definition.
And, you know, if somebody with some basic grammar and
There's some stuff
proper
missing
English
off here.
skills.
There's like your date of birth, all that stuff's missing.
Yeah, I know. It's wild. So anyway, I've told you that the supervisor here for Allied is really good. So yeah. But for now, I gotta go. I gotta go. It's time to go. So my attorney told me not to get arrested. So the goal is to not get arrested. I am not an attorney. I seek out attorney advice often, and I respect knowledgeable attorneys. So I'm going to follow my attorney's advice today. And I'm going to go find a bathroom. Okay? So the 4-day thing, I don't know. I don't know where we read that, other than appeal within 4 days. You have the right to appeal by filing a written notice of appeal with the city clerk within 4 calendar days from the date this notice is issued. Other than that, I'm not sure where it said it doesn't go into effect for 4 days. Violation of a notice of ejection or exclusion may result in arrest and or prosecution for the criminal charge of trespass. No, I see nothing here about anything where this goes into effect in 4 days. If it would have been in here, it would have been in this second or third page. This is funny shit. This is funny shit. All right. First page at the bottom. Leslie? First page at the bottom. This is the first page at the bottom. And it says, exception. You may conduct official city business at the city location above by contacting the police. Violation of notice or ejection may result in arrest. It's also dated 3/4/24 at 4:12 p.m. for the incident day and time. And then it was issued by city employee Carrie Watson, library supervisor, on 3/11 at 12:52 p.m. And yeah, I don't see anything else in here for the 4 days, that it doesn't go into effect for 4 days. Remember, again, I'll read the description a third of the way up from the bottom. Okay, I'm going to read everything here. Check all that apply. Ejection. You must immediately leave the city location above and cannot return for 24 hours. They have 2 check marks next to exclusion. Oh, there it is. Starting 4 calendar days from the issued date and time above. From the issued date. You are prohibited from entering the above city location. Oh, awesome. I gotta go to the bathroom. Here we go. Hang with me. Thank you, guys. Thank you for helping me follow the rules. Whew. Thank you. Good news, I can actually come in. It says it doesn't go into effect for 4 days. He's shaking his head yes. So hang with me. Much better. Okay, here we go. All righty. Thanks for your guidance, all. You knew I'd already read it once. Thank you. Thank you, Irish. Thank you very much. You saved my life potentially there for the moment. So we're going to have to make arrangements with the Englewood PD. I'm going to have arrangements. Isn't that funny? Librarians are now tasked with being sworn peace officers. They now have the ability to charge anyone with state criminal charges. Who knew? No, it doesn't go into effect yet. Everybody pointed out. Well, I don't know what security's doing. I just told them, look, it doesn't go into effect for 4 days. They shook their head yes. So, starting 4 calendar days from the issued date and time above, you are prohibited from entering the above city location for 90 days. So, I'm going to need a lot of help from the Englewood PD because I got a lot of city official business that I do here. So, hang on just a minute here.
Your call has been completed as dialed. Please check the...
Oops.
Englewood Police, Michelle.
Hi, I'm going to need to speak to somebody about arranging for a police escort at the municipal building.
And when did you need this to occur?
4 days from today. I've got a piece of paper that was issued to me by a librarian who is a sworn peace officer and charged me with state charges. And it says on this piece of paper that if I have any official city business that I need to conduct in this building, I have to arrange for a police escort.
And that's pretty common practice. We do civil standbys all the time. We just need you to call about 30 minutes before you're going to be going over there, and we'll arrange to have somebody meet you.
So I will have somebody on call 30 minutes prior to every time I call. Like if I'm going into the building to do records requests or go to the court, a cop will be available to me within 30 minutes. You can guarantee that?
Well, no, ma'am. There's no way to guarantee when an emergency is going to occur. That's why we ask that you call us about 30 minutes before you're going to be there so we can do our best to have an officer meet you. But I can't make a promise. I don't know when emergencies will happen.
Oh, yeah. And I totally understand that.
We have to do things, by life over property, right? So, but that's what we ask of everyone for a civil standby. You call us about 30 minutes ahead of time, and we'll have somebody meet you.
Okay.
We do our best to accommodate.
Well, it's actually not going to be considered a civil standby. It's by order of maybe city staff here. So see, if you guys can't get here because you've got an all-day emergency, what am I supposed to do to conduct official city business in here without a police escort when it tells me if I don't follow those rules, I'll be arrested?
Well, I think we could try and predict the future from many angles. But the reality is, until it's time for you to go over there, we won't know what the situation seems to be. And I can't guess what we would do, ma'am. We would have to figure it out together at the time that you needed the assistance. That's the best I can do for you.
Okay.
It's what I would do for anyone.
Okay. Okay. I appreciate that.
I'm not going to second guess the future. I just can't.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I totally get you. Okay, well, thank you very much for your time. I'll make sure, you might want to let, command staff know over there. I'm going to be calling quite a bit for an escort into the city building, if you know.
Well, we do our best to accommodate. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That poor woman, it's probably like her third day on the job. Oh, man. It just doesn't get a whole lot better than this. Oh. That's sure gonna suck when Regan's gotta go to court at 1 o'clock and there's nobody to take me into the public courtroom to watch the 1 o'clock court hearing. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, boy. So when are the cops going to charge me with this crime? This crime of harassment that occurred in this building. When are they going to charge me? Never mind. Librarians are now sworn peace officers. And they can charge anybody with a crime. Oh, it's government on display. Look. For not being charged or convicted of anything. Oh, tell them to push the Benson button when you get there. Look, I'm going to be calling all the time over there. All right, guys, I got about 35 minutes for ETA over to the municipal center. Lower level of the north side, I think. But It could be any other entry. Oh, this is good. If I go to their municipal judge to appeal it, he may throw the entire policy out as unconstitutional. I'm going to have to think about that one. So, and then I'm going to have to ask some questions. Because they're trying to use state law against me. So, my first instinct is that the municipal judge has no authority over that. However, I didn't get charged with state law. So we're back to a policy. You're right, DJ, you're right. We're back to a policy that city council never approved. I know that to be fact. Oh yes, fucking fed up. The librarian is the judge, jury, and executioner. And gravedigger in this scenario. Yes, that is fact. But we have a policy never codified by city council. So it's not a policy. It's not even a policy. This is made up horse shit by city staff, is what it is. So because we are a local control state, they can do all kinds of horse shit like this. Yes, no name, I have 4 days. That is fact now. We've determined that before it goes into effect. So the only way you can conquer these things is to sue the shit out of them. Okay? That's fact. Okay? So, shame on them for wanting to have the shit sued out of them for violating my rights. Now, they're going to have to actually violate my rights. Okay? These are all threats. These are all threats. We're going to have to see what happens when the Englewood PD is not available to give me an escort for the amount of time that I'm in this building. They can play these games. They really can, you guys. I know a lot of you think that local governments can't do this shit, but they can. So there's fine lines. So that's why I don't ever try to pretend to play attorney. You see? Attorneys, knowledgeable, exceptional attorneys are very, very valuable people. They shouldn't be demonized. They should be lifted up. I guarantee you that I have the best civil rights attorney in the state of Colorado. And he is very interested in seeing this. So we're going to leave it at that. And I'm going to see you all back here tonight. Snarky, but if you can get it tossed, it's tossed for everybody, including the people in the parks. Okay, but the problem with that is you've seen what's happened with DMA coming and asking them to do away with this behavior standards. Trust me, I'm up here with this issue on the behavior standards, and a lot of people are still down here and kind of making their way up. I know what's going on with this behavior standards bullshit, and I have for years now, since Sean Lewis became the city manager. I recently told Sean Lewis, get your name off this horse shit if you're intelligent. He obviously isn't that bright. I gave the man a little bit too much credit. You've seen what's happened in city council discussions about this. This is truly a local control issue until there is a civil rights violation. Okay? They can play stupid all they want up there, city council, not address it, have dick measuring contests back and forth about the viewing of porn in the library, all that kind of stuff. It is very clear that the majority of city council supports this. This is what they want. They hate homeless people. Okay? They hate them. With intent, you guys. The majority of city council in Englewood, Colorado hates homeless people. Please let that sink in. See you guys later.